Hello, it's time for another Flosstube. This is number 14. It's been a long time since I've done one again. I'm going to try and do this the first Friday of every month until I can get on that cadence, and then we'll see if I can add more. If you've found my channel, you'll see that I do both cross stitch and stamping, and I do stamping regularly, and I teach classes, so that ends up taking more time, and I don't get as much time to do the Flosstube videos as I would like. So I've got some finishes to show you. I've also started using a happy planner, so I'll show you just a little bit of what I've done with that. I've got one planner dedicated just to cross stitch. I've joined a couple of other cross stitch groups that do different, I don't know, things, different events and things. So I've got a lot to keep up with. So let's get started. I will show you my finishes first. So the first one, last time I showed this to you, I had just started on the witch. This is Halloween week. And I have forgotten the designer. It might be Jardin Privé, but I'm not sure. So I, of course, as you can tell, I haven't finished it, but it is all stitched, and this is stitched on Silver Mist Lugana, 32 count Silver Mist Lugana from Hand Dyed by Steph. So that was a fun stitch, and it really didn't take long, so I'll have to get it fully finished before next Halloween. And then another finish is this autumn seasonal sampler. It's all done. It was a fun one to do too, and you know, really didn't take too long. It's by Country Cottage, and I am not sure what the fabric is. I don't have it on the, it's not listed there. And then a big one that I got finished was the My Christmas List. So there's part of it. It's a really big one. Let me get the rest of it. Whoops. It took a little while to do, but it's really a nice one. So I'll have to get it framed before next Christmas. And it's something mocha, Witchelt something mocha. My local needlework store, when they put the sticker on there with the fabric, they have like a little shorthand, and I need to just have them give me a list of what it all means. And then I got to go home and see my parents at Christmas, and so while I was there, I was working on Sheepstack. So this is the first one. This is Plum Street. So this is the first one I finished. I have all of them. I just think they're so cute. And this is on Picture This Plus Oaken, 32 count. So that's all my finishes. And let me show you what I've been working on. So last time I talked to you, I was doing Crystal Academy, and that was really busy. I've still been stitching some for that, but it's kind of been in a winter break, and it's about to get started again, so I'll be stitching some more for that. So I don't really have any specific prompts or anything I did for that. I'm also in a group called Semi-Sane Stitchers, and they have a lot of events, and it's a lot of fun. And they're usually just like month-long events. Like in January, we had snowball fights. And so you stitched 300 stitches and you threw a snowball at somebody. And then if you got hit by one, you had to stitch 100 stitches to dry off. So things like that. Right now we're in a scavenger hunt, which I haven't been able to find anything yet. They have a focus challenge. So you pick a project you're going to focus on that month. And then every 1,000 stitches you put in that project, you get an entry into a prize drawing. They've got an event called Alpha My Bet. So you pick out a alphabet sampler, and you do 2 letters every month. So the first 2 weeks of the month you do 1 letter, and then the last 2 weeks, so that by the end of the year you'll have your whole alphabet done. So that I've been working on that. And then I just joined a new group, Dynasty of Dragons, And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just gotten started. We had to stitch to find our camp on a map. So you just kind of, you had no idea where there were camps. There were, I think there's five dynasties. And so you just start on a square and say, you know, stitch 200 or I think it was 200 or 300 for that square. And then you move and you just keep going until you find a camp. So everyone's found their camp. Now we're stitching to get items that we can use to make an invisibility cloak or lock picks or things like that. And it's really going to be a lot of fun too. So, and that one, so far, there's not been any, it has to be this type of project. You can stitch on whatever you want. And with the semi-seine, a lot of them are that way. Some of them are specifically, it needs to have this, you know, theme. But a lot of them I can overlap. So I'm hoping I can stay, I'll keep all three of them going, but it'll be fun. All right, so one of the things I worked on for semi-seine, they have each month they'll pick out funny holidays for that month. And I couldn't tell you, yes I can, I have it all in my planner. This is the only way I could keep up with it. So in January, some of the holidays were, hang on, I have to find that page. Because like I said, we had a lot of different events in this group. It's a lot of fun. One moment. Here it is. So Bird Day was January 5th. So anything with birds. So I had been working on my square dance in March. So I've got January, February, and now March is done. So since March was all birds, I did that for the whip days, for the funny holidays. And there's a whole bunch more to do. So I'm going to do the whole year on one piece of fabric. What I have been focusing on for January and for February, so my focus project has been the wedding. So this is one I'm doing for my son and daughter-in-law who got married a year ago, last October. So obviously it did not get done for that, but I really am making a lot of progress. So let's see if I can hold this up so you can see it. And I changed the bride's hair to be darker because it's charted to be more blonde, but my daughter-in-law's hair is not blonde. So that's the first part of it. And then I've been working on the back of her skirt. Back here. And once you get some of these other colors outlined, then you can just fill in with white, so that makes it go fast. But this is the end of her skirt. There's a little bit that hangs out, and then there's a flower girl. Here, I'll show you the picture. So I finally feel like I'm getting there. I mean, there's still a bunch to do. Hopefully that I can do that, so there, it's better. So I'm working down here in her skirt. So there's a little bit here, there's a flower girl. The border all the way around it is metallic, so that will be fun. And then I have to do, of course, the date. So maybe by their anniversary this year, although since I did the last Flosstube, we found out they're expecting, so we're going to be grandparents, so that's very exciting. So now I have a baby sampler I need to do, which I'll show you what I bought when I show you my stash. So another one I've been working on, this is Tempting Tangles. It's called Gloria, and it was a mystery stitch along. And I got in on it late, and I, of course, have not kept up, but I did work on it some this month. And this is on a sparkly white linen. I don't know if the sparkles probably don't pick up, but I just love the rich colors in this one. It's really pretty. So it has to spell out Gloria, and then there's like houses and trees and I don't remember what all. Since I'm so far behind, the whole thing is out now. But I don't have a picture printed of the whole thing. All right, and one of the things I talked about that we're doing in the semi-seine was Alpha My Bet. So you pick out an alphabet chart. And so I'm doing the Prairie Schooler one. So I have A and B done, and I need to work on C. I need to have C done by the middle of February and then D done by the end of February. Oh, it's trying to make it so you can kind of see. But it's not been hard to keep up with it so far, so. All right, and then the last whip I've been working on is Dressmaker's Daughter. I showed it to you last time I was working on Summer, which I didn't quite get done, but with all of the battles and stuff, I did get all of the background done. So all of that fill in I got done, and now I'm working on the stand at the bottom, and then I'll be ready to move over to, I think, autumn. I think I'll move over to autumn. So, lots of progress. Like I said, these groups that I'm in, they're making me stitch more, which is great. All right, so let me show you my stash. So this is the sampler that I bought, Patchwork Baby. I thought it was very cute. They're going to have a boy, so I'm going to do the boy version of it. And then I picked up fabric for it already. And then I just have my floss. It's just DMC. So I've got that all ready to start. And then this time I remembered to take them all out of their plastic so it wouldn't be so hard to show you. I've been collecting these Sampler of the Month. So this is March by Country Cottage. And I went ahead and grabbed the fabric for it. I haven't started any of them yet. And then while I was at my local needlework store, I found, I did not remember seeing this before. This is last year's Collector's Heart by Heart and Hand. And so I picked it up, and then they also had this year's Collector's Heart. And I liked both of them. And they come with the fabric too. So you just have to add the floss to it. And I didn't look to see if it's over dyed. Yeah, it uses Classic Colorworks. So those are cute. And then the last thing I purchased was this Hungarian Folk Art #3 by Glendon Place. I had never seen this. I thought it was so pretty. And there's also, of course, #1 and #2, which I don't have. So my LNS is going to order those for me. Okay, just briefly, I'm going to show you how I've been trying to keep up with all this stuff. So like I said, I got into the Happy Planner world, and it's a lot of fun to decorate. Let me just, so like, it's a little loud, sorry. Oh, I have all these extra pieces in here trying to keep up with things. So it's fun because you can decorate it with stickers. And so I've gone crazy getting stickers, but then I can keep track of how many stitches I stitched, you know, what I stitched on, how long I stitched, how many stitches I did. And then I've even started putting these little pieces in there, like my February focus where I'm trying to get to 1,000. I just add on each day how many I've done, so then I know when I get to 1,000. Because in these groups, you have to post your starting picture, your ending picture. And so trying to keep up with, I'm doing it for the February focus, I'm doing it for the Dynasty of Dragons, I'm doing it for, you know, if I'm working on the same project for 3 or 4 different things, I have to keep up with how many stitches I've done. So that's been a lot of fun to help me keep up with everything. All right, I think that's all I have to share with you today. Thank you for joining me. I will try and be more regular and do this the first Friday of every month. If something comes up and I'm out of town, then I'll try and do the next one. But since I've been getting a lot of stitching done, I want to be able to share it with you. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.